So one day you go to the closet, it's spring, you've got these summer clothes and you're all ready to get into them, but you don't fit them. It was like 2 sizes ago. So then you're really motivated. You decide, I am going on a diet. Because you don't want to do, you just don't want to face yourself in the mirror anymore. Does that make sense, Judy? Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so what happens? You go on the diet. So first cycle is it's cycle we call elation. You're really excited. I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do, now we've got Nutrisystems, we've got, you name it, Medifast, all these are doctor supervised, whatever. And you don't even have to cook. You got everything laid out. Jenny Craig, you've got it all laid out. You just eat, and then you're timing yourself. It's 12, oh, I get to eat this, or it's 3, oh, I get my snack, or it's never mind whether you're paying attention to your body or not. Are you hungry? I mean, you might not be. But all right, so you've decided to go on a diet. You're in this state of elation. But then what happens? How long can you keep eating this manufactured food? At some point, because your body is going into what we call the state of starvation, you're really like, uh-oh, I'm starving here. Now think back. Just think back, because we've been around for long time, millions of years, but maybe not in this form, but at least a couple thousand, depending on if you believe in evolution or not. So what happened? Just picture yourself now in the cave, or picture yourself in a forest. You needed to be able, if your body was going into starvation mode, it held on to the fat, because what if you didn't what if you didn't have anything to eat? So it held on to it. So what does that do for you? It ruins your metabolism, because your body's now, it's all haywire. You're holding on to the fat, because if you release it, then you might starve. And so then you're having all these hunger pains, but you're like still in the whole discipline of it. I'm going to do it like this, right? Is it making any sense? All right, so now after you've starved and you've lowered your metabolism, at some point, how long can you just keep going on your self-will? At some point, you do what? Most of us. You go for a binge.
Well, lower metabolism doesn't burn any fat.
Well, it doesn't. It holds on to the fat. It not only doesn't burn any fat, but it's not letting anything go. So you're eating all these carrot sticks are coming out of your ears. Cottage cheese is like, you're eating the lowest possible caloric foods, but you're not losing an ounce, because your body's not cooperating, because it is. It's doing what it was designed to do, hold on to the fat. so it'll save you. So one more thing happens. Okay, so you go, 2 more things actually. So you go on a binge, because you can't handle it anymore. Yeah? Is that making sense? Now what happens after you binge?
You gain weight.
Well, you might gain even more weight, but here's something even worse that happens.
You feel guilty.
You feel guilty. Exactly. And then so you go into this whole guilt and shame cycle. So that's bad news, yeah? It's not fun because you start to beat yourself up. So you've started this diet with the best of intentions, and
you still don't fit those spring clothes.
Yeah.